Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nate Chillin Show. Audience, glad to have you here. Thank you so much for coming out. I'm very excited about tonight because we have a very special guest, Ashman Media. Give it up. Let me see some confetti. Yeah. And he's going to be talking about a couple of worlds, and it's kind of a big project. He spent a couple of years on it, and it's a big deal. And you're going to be one of the first few people to see it. Just to make sure everything was working. But aside from that, the official showing really is for you guys. So you get bragging rights. Yeah, first dibs, right? Who loves that? So let's get into it. Before we started, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ashman Media. Come on out. Woo! Woo!
Thank you, Nate. Oh, how's my hair? Gotta check my hair.
Yeah.
It looks
amazing.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, thank you, Nate. It's been a while. Probably we postponed this twice, I think, and this is maybe the third time.
Yeah, third time's a charm.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah. So this is a wonderful thing that you gave me a deadline to meet, and I've done it because I meet a lot of them all day long in my job, but not at home. So this is good. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you got a couple of worlds that. Was it both of them that you spent a couple of years working on, or just one of them that took a long time?
No, I mean, basically, since probably a year and a half now, I've had this Oculus headset back in last year, Christmas. But I've been working on a project for basically recreating a concert experience. And that was the real heart of what I was doing. But that took probably about 1,000 hours in the world itself, if not many. You know, some creators, they build in many worlds and they duplicate the worlds and they come in and out of them. So if you add them all up, it's definitely over 1,000. But you know, it has been a long project. But what we're seeing tonight is an authentic concert experience. Like you can go into your local arena with your ticket, get a ticket, go through the arena, and witness the concert. And I kind of wanted to get that feeling of the scale of a concert and the feeling of being there. So that was what I was originally out for. But then what we're going to do after that concert experience tonight, we're going to go to an after party, which is like a nightclub. Everyone has nightclubs, but it was some of the elements that I used in the concert, some of the lighting rigs, and just a hangout spot. So that's the after party. It's the dark side, it's called.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. That's exciting stuff. So,
yeah.
You know, I like to do this. I like a good origin story. So, you know, tell us a little about, you know, how you got started in Horizon World and, you know, what inspired you and drives you to create the worlds that you do for people.
Yeah, I mean, I never really wanted to be a creator and build in here because I've been always a computer 3D artist in the computer realm. But, you know, been doing that, and I actually date myself here. I started with 3D software in the early 90s.
All right,
like 91.
All right.
And I could probably even share a few pictures of like this wall concert that we're looking at today from 94 in a computer that was like really old. But I've been building this kind of concert experience and doing lighting and stuff like that in a computer 3D world. As I came into this, I was like, I don't know if I can craft with my hands and do this. And that was kind of a downfall that you couldn't import objects in the world, if any creators know that. But you have to work around that in here and you get it done. I've had some great tips from some of the people in the community here to get the lighting and everything that I like. So I consider myself a perfectionist, and that's why it's been a year and a half.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember looking at the video that you shared for the promo, and I was just like, this looks good.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you. Yeah.
It really does. There's nothing easy about trying to create a realistic, interactive concert experience. Just the scripting alone. I'm trying to learn scripting myself, but it scares the stuffing out of me because I'm just like, even simple scripts, I'll do it. And I'm like, I did it. This is the script. It should be working.
Sure.
Why isn't it working?
Sure.
But I'm just absolutely amazed by, you know, the talent that people bring into Horizon World. And obviously no surprise. I'll see people who come in here and they have, you know, animation experience in real life, and they come in here and do animation. People who have, you know,
this is some great talent.
Yeah, they come in here with their real world experience and bring it in here. And what are some people who've this is an opportunity to like positive name drop some collabs,
Yeah.
some people who've kind of helped you along the way, maybe a mentor. Who are some people that have helped you along the way to get where you are?
Well, that's a tricky situation that I'm going to decline to talk about because there was one collab partner of mine that doesn't deserve any credit.
No, no.
Sorry. I
No,
think
it's
we all
okay.
know who that is.
We'll just delete. Yeah.
Delete. So I've been a loner, really, but of course I've chatted with the best of the best in here from the Soapstone, some of the creators, and I've gotten tips along the way. But I find it, and I've watched your show, Nate. People need to collaborate in here, and I had collaborated, but I find myself alone, just a single person working because it's hard for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It is tough being a perfectionist, and really attention to detail is just nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But the teams that I've seen in here and the work that I've seen in here, I can't deny it. It's fabulous. Solaris is like an awesome person. Solaris's work, Ace the Bass, Mayhem. I've seen their works. Just some gems in here, really, and I appreciate that stuff. Definitely do.
Yeah. So let me ask you a more personal question. You have a family, right? So
I do. Yes. Sure,
what do they think about Dad on the VR headset? Did they think you're cool or weird?
They don't know me. I have been gone for a few years in this VR
okay.
world. No, I'm only kidding.
Right. He's lost in the Matrix. Where is he?
After this weekend, I promise I will spend some time with my family. Yes.
Oh, good.
It has been a night, but no, they're okay with it. Of course, I'm a workaholic. Day job, second job. I have a business to run.
Wow.
But this is actually enjoying. I go to the Soapstone. I hear some comedy. I hear some friends. I meet some friends. I chat with friends, and that is my relief. Putting this headset on, so the family doesn't mind it really. I just send them out shopping.
Right there, you go. It's if you get around some good friends, it can be a real relief, stress relief.
Yep. Yep.
And I got to ask you, since you are, like you said, a perfectionist, regarding your system of how you do things, what's been your biggest challenge when you're building?
In here, the biggest challenge has been just the damn updates. Of course, you've heard it from every person in the seat. Really, is and I'm faced with one of them right now. When we go to this concert experience right now, I started this with audio. Audio is something that no one looks at, but I had a lot of ambient sounds in the background when you enter the world. These are all custom sounds, so a lot of that stuff when you come to this concert, you should be hearing streets and sounds like honking and stuff like that outside it. And when you go in, you should hear crowd noise, just some background noise. Some of that maybe not be working right now. This week's update screwed that up. So, but this is going to be an enjoyment for everyone, really. Definitely, it was a great turnout at the dress rehearsal last night. And I'm throwing terms like that is because I'm a concert goer, Nate. That's what I do. That's my hobby. I love concerts. Of course, you're seeing Pink Floyd right now. But let me go on a little bit quicker. As I was developing this concert, it was one of the iconic shows, Pink Floyd, The Wall. It was done in the 80s, where there's 340 bricks, cardboard bricks that were built across the stage to separate the band from the audience. And this was an undertaking that the band was becoming bankrupt doing because of the staging and stuff back in the 80s was so expensive to do. And it's very technical. It's very timing. So really what you're seeing here is you're seeing like a play. This is a rock opera. And I'm just going to say, you might see this look a little fascist, a little Nazi-ish, but Pink Floyd's singer is a son of a father who died in World War II. So really he was killed by the Nazis. It's got nothing to do with that. I'm just going to put that there. It is a rock star gone kind of crazy. It's a movie, all that, blah, blah. But the reality of this show is a very timed show. So when you're at the show, I'm going to give you a couple of points just to make sure you notice. We're all going to go into an arena. We're going to see this big wall kind of thing in the stage. And during the show, the wall builds brick by brick. So these are just not random plops of bricks that are building when you're sitting there watching the show. This all had to be timed every second.
Wow.
And that took me a long time to achieve this myself doing this. There's some things you want to look out for. If you hear a plane coming, just keep an eye in the back of the arena, and you'll see this kind of props. Back in the 80s, they had a lot of props on these shows, a lot of blow up dolls, stuff like that. But the main thing that you should you really enjoy is the sound. And I have to just hit this. When I was doing this, I built all this stuff, and then I got into the sound. What you're witnessing here is kind of a pioneer to this. I'm thinking that I've pioneered this. Is we have quadraphonic speakers in this arena, where there's two in the front and side speakers and a back speaker. And that was like notorious with Pink Floyd shows. They had quadraphonic sound, so you could hear like sound effects going around the building.
The original surround sound, huh?
Exactly. But I've actually taken the audio from this show. It's a 12-minute show. So if you don't know Pink Floyd, there's one song that you'll all enjoy. You'll know it. But give it 12 minutes and the show will be over once the lights drop, and you'll get that feeling of being at a show. It's going to be very loud. You're not going to be able to talk to your guests.
Aww.
But it'll be pretty loud. But 12 minutes and you're out of there. And but you'll see and you'll hear this sound like you never had. If anyone has AirPods, Bluetooth speakers, I recommend putting them on before you go in here, because the headset just doesn't do it justice.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Tell me about After Party.
Yeah, the After Party has been a fun place. So that is kind of it's called the Dark Side. It's very dark. And some of the lighting gear that you see in the concert that I'm going to bring you to was used in this, like a disco kind of floor. It has great sound in it as well. But I built this because I've been a Soapstone videographer for a while. And I've filmed with Ariel Grande, the musician showcase at the Soapstone. I've done a lot of music shows. And yeah, she's great. A lot of talent in here, and filming them in the Soapstone is something. It's a comedy club, but I've actually wanted to kind of build something that the performers can kind of get like that American Idol feel, where they have the lights on them. Yeah. So this has a stage that rises from the bottom, and it has a full band set, and it has a piano only. It has a guitar only for musicians, and I hope to actually go in there and just do some private filming of the people and doing some stuff. And just get a nice band in here. So you might even see the band that is with me tonight. I must give them thanks. Tom, Kickster, and LuNjAm. Woo! They're my bandmates on the stage tonight in the concert, but maybe we'll do a song or two in the Dark Side afterwards.
Nice. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, you said you've been doing this about a year and a half. When did you, you've had the headset about a year and a half. So,
yes.
Did you start building pretty quick right away, or did you sort of enjoy the experience Horizon World and other apps and then sort of find your way into building?
No, I definitely have this headset for Flight Simulator. That's why I bought it, really, because of I'm a developer in the Flight Simulator community where I build airports and things like that.
Cool.
But I came into this and I'm like, I still can't get it. I don't know if I can work with the hands like this, but there's some people that pushed me in this. I wish they were here today, but they're not. And I'm glad they did, because I've done some good things, and I'm looking forward in October for the new headset, the Quest 3, because it's going to change some things.
Oh, yeah.
We all need capacity. Number one, we don't need drugs. We need capacity.
We do. Yeah. We need to double that up. I'm hoping that's more than just a rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did mention collab before, and you prefer to work alone, but sometimes you still have to collab with people, whether they be promoters and entertainers, which you work with in your type of line of work anyways.
Yeah.
So what are some names of some like musicians or comedians, voice actors that you've worked with, because I've seen you do camera work for people, DJ work.
I've filmed many people in the Soapstone, and Aaron at the Soapstone has been great. And he's actually the first person in here, Aaron, unemployed alcoholic.
Yeah.
He actually, I have a memory of him taking me on the side of the stage and showing me how to open up the camera and record video. And from there I was done, and I've done a lot of work for Aaron, just, and this is just out of the kindness of my heart to film people. I don't charge for this service. I just enjoy it. I do. But of course there's been others, of course. I mean, while I'm saying thanks here, Chachingmaster has been with me since the beginning of this project. She has been a tester in the world. And, just an outside view, just someone that gives an outside view of things that like, hey, you might need to put up a sign here that you need to grab the damn ticket at the booth. So these things are great. There's lots of, and I got to thank her. Recently, I've met Nick here. Nick is my sound guy now. He's been in the dark side. He's brought some good music and music choice there, but he's going to be at the sound booth, just making sure things are working. He's got a real hard job because this concert has got a lot of lights, a lot of switches. I'm only kidding. There's a damn play button that he has to push. That's all there is.
And you have good script. That's all you need, right?
That's true. It's true.
Oh man! So you basically did it all. You did the building, any animation involved, and scripting.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I mean, I've got some tips from people definitely that I've taken to. I've looked at the videos and just kind of, I almost talking about collab. I don't say that I can't collab with people, and I think I should. I have had a bad experience, so I'm just kind of not open to that right now. But
got it.
The reality of this though, collabing, everyone needs it because I think the project would advance quicker.
Yes,
definitely would.
So much faster.
But like even the one person that I did collab with, it was tough because someone doesn't have the actual idea that you have or the actual vision to get the job complete. Like I need to have it 100% me. To be honest with you, this job. The dark side, the nightclub, I was open to things. I got to thank Wink. She was in here one night for in the dark side with me, just making like a booth and this. Yes. And that's a great thing, So the wall concert collab, no. Anything else, I'm open to it. Definitely.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I understand. Boundaries are important.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with these two worlds that we're going to be checking out, everyone, right after the show, and just in about a few seconds, anything we should know? You already mentioned the wall, what to expect. It's going to be loud. It's going to be about 20 minutes.
Yes.
Oh, I know that the max capacity you said is about 32 for the wall.
Yeah, I tried to. Yeah, I just glitched it right before we came in the show.
We should be okay because
hopefully
we have like 20 people in here or something. All right, so yeah, we'll be okay. So we can all fit because some of the worlds we've promoted, it was only like 4 to 8 people, and everybody's in a different instance. I try to give them an idea of what to expect. But for after party, what's the capacity?
Yeah, same thing, 32.
Same thing. So we can do both.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah. Basically, another thing, the concert arena. Now, this is an arena that is at full scale. I mean, literally, I was measuring meters when I did this, and I talked about perfectionist. I mean, you're talking about the ceiling height, the wall depth, everything is to a T scaled. So you actually see the feeling of this. So with that said, though, I mean, when you walk in the arena and you walk towards the stage, you'll get the feeling that it's like a hockey rink kind of scale that you're walking across, like, a small arena kind of thing in your hometown. Other than that, like there's 6,000 seats in that arena. So take advantage of it. When you're watching the show, it might be boring, some of the songs that you don't know. Just walk around, like go to the cheap seats and take a look at it, because that's what I wanted to achieve. Yeah. I wanted to be able to see this stage and the lights from any seat in the house. So that's why I wanted to do this and get the feeling. When we enter the concert, go get your tickets at the box office, and I have a countdown of 5 minutes just for us to gossip. We can take some pictures by a wall, but I have some curtains up over the arena, so you can kind of peek through the curtains and do this. Take a look inside and look at it. It's kind of like a surprise, and I like that feeling. When I was in the concert when I was a kid, they used to do that, and they used to hold the fans back and then open up the curtains or the gates and let you go in. So I wanted that experience. So just 5 minute wait time in the box office lobby, and then the curtains will open and we'll all go in, and then my sound engineer will start the show and the lights will drop, and we're just in for like a 12-minute show.
Wow.
And if me and the boys, the band members, did a good job, there may be an encore.
Oh, I love it. Well, I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Throw some confetti. Let's do this. I'm excited.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you. This has been a pleasure. I must say, Nate is the reason I had this deadline, and it's done. And I'm going to get a drink after the show.
Well deserved. And I really do appreciate you. Sincerely, I do appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you.
I want to say thank you. Yes, glad to have you on the show. Thank you for all your hard work in the community, and especially with the fact that the skill set that you have, you've made good money doing it. To do it for free is a sacrifice, for something that is worth a lot of money. And so thank you for that. And we're gonna meet everyone right out this exit door to the right at the door. And before we do, can we give one last confetti and a special thank you to Ashman Media for coming on the show? Thank you so much.
It's so emotional to see all my friends here,